body. So standing, feet hip distance apart, parallel. Push down into your legs, down through the soles of the feet, right to the front of the heel. Make that connection to the earth. Then lift up from the floor of the pelvis, up through the crown of the head. So you have those nice opposing actions, pressing down into the legs, lifting up the spine. Keep that. Inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, hands to your sides. Inhale, big stretch up. Exhale, hands to your sides. And again, inhale, now push down into your legs, make that connection, and then exhale, find the lift through the top of the chest. And again, inhale and exhale. And then this time we're going to bow forward, inhale. We've been doing this at the beginning of all our classes. Exhale, bow, bend your knees, keep your knees hip distance apart. Inhale, look up, extend your spine. Exhale, round, push into your feet. Inhale, come all the way up. We're just going to do that 2 more times. Exhale, like I said, this is a good warm up. Inhale. Exhale, coming into your body, finding your breath. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bow. Inhale, come all the way up. I like doing this as like kind of a get over the threshold, the reluctance to exercise in the morning. One more, big inhale. But if I do this, it's like, this is easy. So if I tell myself, I'm just going to come do these few breath exercises and then go from there. Exhale, bow, and inhale, come all the way up. And then that often leads to more, like exhale, hands to your sides, like the whole Pilates routine once you get started. So come to the front of your mat, cross one foot in front of the other, one arm on top, come up on your toes, the top of the shoulders relaxed, bend your knees, come all the way down to sit, heels together, arms reach straight out, draw your abdominals back, roll onto your low back, stretch your legs out on the high diagonal and pump your arms. Go inhale and exhale. High diagonal is somewhere around 45 degrees to a little bit lower. And you're pumping your arms from the shoulders so the elbows don't bend, the wrists don't bend. We're reaching through the fingertips and just breathing. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep reaching through the legs as you draw your abdominals in and up. And big full breaths. Go inhale and exhale. Hugging the waistline inside to side. Use the back of the leg muscles as well. Create more opposition through the legs. We're going to do one more full breath. Go inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 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 exhale. Lower your legs. Take your arms overhead. Only as far as you can keep your abdominals engaged, your ribs tucked in. Then the roll up. Arms come up, head comes up, curl all the way up and over. Rounding, lifting the abdominals. Inhale, shoulder blades back. Roll it back and down. Arms go overhead, keeping the ribs integrated. Arms come up. Inhale, exhale. As I exhale, I pull my abdominals back more, and then inhale, start to roll back. Exhale, pull my abdominals back more, slow it down. Arms come up, head comes up. So it's a nice slow spine work there. Inhale. What I mean by slow it down here is don't just fall down. Try to control yourself on the way down. And then one more. Arms come up, head comes up, curl your head and chest up. Exhale over. Inhale, shoulder blades on the back, roll down, down, down. I forgot to tell you to grab a strap or something to stretch your foot. So if you want to go run and grab anything, a pair of tights, pants, a belt will all work great. I have a yoga strap. You can even use another yoga mat if you have backup yoga mat. It's a little clumsy, but it works. Because we're going to hook our right foot right behind the big toe and stretch your leg toward the ceiling. All right, good. You got something. And that right leg will be straight. Left leg straight on the floor. Relax your shoulders back to the mat, so let as much strap out as you need to. The right leg is vertical and the thigh is dropping back into the hip. Into the pelvis is grounded onto the mat, so your pelvis is square. And we're just doing a little point and flex here. Point your toes into the strap and flex. So we add this stretch in. It's not part of the traditional Pilates routine, but we add it in because we all need to stretch, and here we are, and it feels good. And we got to warm up those ankles, those Achilles tendons, so we're pointing into the strap and flex. One more time, point and flex, and then just hold it easy. Turn your toe out to the right, cross it over to the left, only as wide as your shoulder. Take your right arm off to the right as a nice counterbalance, and then ground the back body. So you're getting this feel that the leg can head over to the left without the right pelvis picking up. So leave that right waistline behind, leave your right shoulder behind, left leg is heavy, and then we'll come back to center there. Take the strap, put it to your side, put your hands to your side, palms face down, anchor your upper arms, and we do leg circles. The leg comes in toward us, across the body, down, kick it up. Go across and kick, across and kick, across and kick it up. One more this direction, kick and reverse. Go out to your right, only as wide as your mat. So they're not really circles, they're more like long ovals. And go out and kick and out and kick. One more that direction, kick it up and place that leg down. And then take your left leg up, and with whatever you have, strap, belt, etc., hook right behind your toes. We are not trying to pull the leg toward our head. We're just leaving the leg vertical and feeling how that thigh bone drops back into the pelvis. So the pelvis is nice and flat on the floor, left to right, even top to bottom, right? So I'm not tucking my tail, I'm not arching my low back, just a neutral pelvis, and trying to feel that thigh bone drop into the back of the pelvis. Nice, easy morning stretch, whatever time of day it is when you're watching this. Everybody needs to stretch their ankles, their calf muscles. That is tight on everybody all the time. So doing that a couple times a week will always help. Let's do a little pointing of the toes into the strap and then flex. And as you flex, see if you can reach that heel toward the sky, and then point and flex. Hold your left leg as still as possible as you point and flex the foot. So the leg's still dropping down into the earth. And we'll just one more time, pointing those toes and then flex, reaching through that heel, and then go easier. Turn your toes open to the left. The whole leg rotates open to the left. Cross your leg over to the right, only as wide as your right shoulder. Take your left arm off to the left. So we have this just little cross body action here where we're opening up maybe the outside of the left hip, keeping that pelvis down on the mat, keeping the whole left side waistline on the mat. The shoulders are squared off. I could reach through the heel again there. Okay, and then back to center. Use your abdominals to hold everything still as you put the strap to your side, hands to your side. Leg circles, pull that leg in toward you, across the body, down, kick it up. Go across and kick, across and kick. I'm holding everything else still, especially my right leg is not moving. One more this direction, kick it up, and then reverse out to your left for 5 and 4, holding that right leg still. 3, using my abdominals to hold it still, my ribs hold still, and last 1, and place the leg down. Then we do one roll up to come up to sit, arms come up, tuck your head and chest in, right? Use your abdominals to come all the way up, and just draw your heels in, holding on to your heels for rolling like a ball. Shoulder blades back and down, draw your low abdominals in, rock back. Rock back up. You want to make sure you have enough padding for this. So if you do it once and you feel like your spine just feels too pokey, just wait for us at the top of the roll. Rock back and back up. Don't throw your head back. There's the chin toward the chest, like I'm holding a tennis ball there. Rock back and back up. And we'll just do one more. Shoulder blades back and down. Use your stomach to come up. Now into the abdominal series of 5. Stretch your left leg out. Hold on to your right knee. Pull your abdominals back. Keep reaching through that left leg, pull your abdominals in and up, get that opposition, then switch sides. Just hold it here for a moment, reach your right leg, pull your abdominals in and up, go inhale to switch, exhale, reach that leg long, one more like that. Inhale to switch, exhale, reach long. Now go faster with the breath. So we go inhale, switch, inhale, exhale, exhale. I'm reaching the legs long. If you can, the legs are low. Yes, shoulder blades back and down, curling the head and chest up, using those low abdominal muscles, pulling up from the pelvic floor, pulling in from the sides of your waist. Yes, and one more breath will go. Inhale, inhale, and exhale, exhale. Draw the knees in, rest your head. Okay, double leg stretch. Heels are still together. Hold on to your shins, curl your head and chest up. You could push your shins a little bit away to help you curl up a little higher. Yeah, and then inhale, stretch your arms and legs out. Exhale, hug it in. Notice my abdominals are pulling in the whole time. Exhale. The sides of your waist should be hugging in right there. Exhale a lot. Inhale. So even though my arms are going in line with my ears, my rib cage is not moving. Feel the back of your ribs not moving on the mat. Yes? Go inhale, reach, and exhale. Let's do one more. Lower your legs a little bit, use your stomach more, and exhale. Rest. Okay, scissors. The higher you're able to curl up with your head and chest, the easier it will be on your neck. Hold on to the back of the legs, curl your head and chest up. So now maybe push the legs away, get a little bit higher, and then take the tip of the shoulder blades back down to the mat. Now straighten your legs. Hold on to your right leg, left leg reaches long, and switch. Yes, and switch. And switch. So you're holding on. If you can reach your ankles, go for it, right? But keep the top of the shoulder blades down, or I should say the top of the shoulders. So I'm not scrunching my neck and shoulders to get up there. I'm using my abdominals to curl my head and chest up higher, as if I were going to try to put my sternum up onto my thigh. Yep, and kick, and there's a breath. It's an inhale, inhale, and exhale, exhale. One more breath. Go inhale, inhale, and exhale, exhale. Draw your knees in, rest your head. Okay. On to double leg lift. I've given lots of modifications in the classes coming up to this. We're going to do the whole thing today. Let's see if we can do 8 of them. And you're really watching, the rib cage is not going to move. You're going to really draw your abdominals back, keep that low back down on the mat, okay? So hold on to your shins, curl your head and chest up. One hand behind the other at the base of the skull. Stretch your legs toward the ceiling. Heels together, legs together the whole time. And we lower, 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 pull in for 1. Go lower. It helps to inhale and exhale on the way back up. Go inhale, pull those abdominals in, exhale, that's 3. And go down and pull in for 4. Go down, pull those low abdominal muscles in for 5. And go down. Now hug in from the sides of your waist more. 6. Use the back of your legs here and complement the abdominal muscles. 7. Last one, go as low as you can, but keep your back down. And 8. And rest. Okay. Crisscross. Hold on to your shins, curl your head and chest up. Sink back to sink the abdominals back. Hands behind your head, one on top of the other, right at the base of the skull. Stretch your left leg long, cross to your right. And then switch. Let's go slow to start. Curl up for 1, 2, 3, and then switch. Curl up for 1, 2, 3. Stay up there. We're going to do one more on each side. Slow. 2, 3, and switch. Curl up. 2, 3. Now let's go a little faster. Go inhale, inhale, and exhale, exhale. Reach that leg away. Straighten the leg as you reach it. Draw your abdominals in. Draw the sides of the waist in. Find your abdominals. It's hard not to in this exercise. And we'll go for one more breath starting. Go inhale, inhale, and exhale, exhale, rest. Okay, that was the full abdominal series. In the intermediate or sort of mixed level class, I usually just rock up from here. You can do a proper roll up if you want to. Straighten your legs, mat distance apart, ankles flexed, spine stretched forward. So you're stacked. You could always sit up on top of something, a blanket, or roll your mat if it helps. Take your arms out, parallel to the floor. Imagine your spine is straight and tall, like you're leaning against a wall behind you. Okay? Inhale, sit up, and then exhale, round off that imaginary wall. Tuck your chin, round your upper back, and then inhale, come up. Exhale here. Inhale, sit tall, and exhale, round. After this, we'll start doing one breath per round. So you go exhale, then inhale up, and exhale right back into it. Lifting the sides of your waist and inhale back up. Lift the sides of your waist up underneath the armpits, and then keep it lifted as you round. It's like you're pulling traction with those spine muscles. Inhale back up. One more time. Exhale, rounding forward. Inhale back up. Pop your legs right up. You can bend the knees if you want to, hold on to the back of the thighs, or go for the full intermediate version, straight legs holding above the knees. Use your abdominals, rock back up, balance. Rock back up. Try not to let go of your calf muscles. Hold on, or wherever you're holding, don't let go, and rock back up. Two more, rock back, use your abdominals, come back up, not your shoulders, balance, and rock back. Your feet are just shoulder distance apart, and then bring your legs together, heels together, arms up, high teaser, roll onto your low back, take your legs up to the sky. I have to come back onto my mat, you might also, okay? Legs are up to the sky for corkscrew. We'll do the progression here. So we'll do 2 to each side without lifting the hips, then we'll start lifting the hips. So it looks like this. We pull the legs in, circle around to the right, and back to center. Pull the legs in, circle around to the left, and back to center. I'm trying to hold my waistline still. Pull in, circle to the right, and center. Pull in, circle to the left, and center. Now, pull your hips up, back down, circle to the right. Pull your hips in and up, back down, circle to your left. One more like that, each side. Pull the hips up and back down, circle right. Pull the hips up, back down, circle to the left, and back to center. Then we just come right up to sit for the saw. So feet are mat distance apart, ankles flexed, arms out to your sides in a T position, top of the shoulders relaxed. It helps to bring your arms just slightly forward so you can see them in your peripheral vision. Then the shoulders are back. Inhale, sit tall, turn to your right, and exhale. Traditionally, there's no breath with this exercise, but it helps. Inhale, we come up and turn, and exhale, reaching pinky finger out past pinky toe. Come up, so it's like spine stretch forward. We're really rounding the upper back, stretching the shoulder blades. Inhale, come up, but not so much hinging at the waist, and reach. Come up, my legs are grounded, and exhale, my waistline pulls in, tiny little waistline there. Come up and exhale, reach. That's our last one, and we'll spin ourselves over onto our stomach for the neck roll. So, legs are behind us, coming onto your stomach, pubic bone presses down, top of the thighs press down. Legs are as close as they can be where you still have ability to lift your low stomach and lengthen your low back. So the legs, if they can come together and you can still get some space in your low back, do that. Otherwise, they have to go a little further apart. I think for a lot of people, the issue is foot cramps in this. Some mornings that's more bothersome to me than others, but you can keep playing around with your toes. Okay, so pubic bone presses down, thigh bones press down. Lift your abdominals in and up. Shoulder blades are on the back. All of that nice and steady. And then we're just going to work the freedom of the neck. Look to your right. Circle your chin down and around your sternum. Look to your left and back to center. Look left, circle, look right and center. Check your abdominals. Are they holding? Look right, circle, so you're still lengthening out of your low back, and center. And last one, look left, circle, look right and center. And then we'll come all the way down onto our stomach. We're going to do swan dive prep. The first one we did the other day, then the more traditional prep. Okay, so arms are straight out to start, legs behind you. Come up on your fingertips. Bring your head level with your arms. Press the pubic bone, the pelvis down. Lift your legs. Use that low stomach to really lengthen out of your back. Reach your legs away. Now lift your arms. Lift your arms and legs a little bit higher, but stay out of the low back. So you're really lengthening the legs. Reach, 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 and then come back down. Rest for a moment. We're going to do that again. Same thing, just one more time. Come up on your fingertips. Push the pubic bone, the pelvis down. Lift the legs. Use your low stomach to get traction out of that low back. Use your legs, reach them back. Then lift your arms. Lift your arms and legs. Lift for 1, 2, 3, and come down. Okay? Place your hands underneath your shoulders. And then hover your hands. So your shoulder blades are on your back. Your legs are down, your pelvis is down. Inhale, lift your head and chest. Lift, lift, lift. Now use your hands, press a little bit more, like you're going to come up into a cobra. right? Now start to lower, lift your hands off as soon as you can, using your back muscles to lower you back down. Okay, then keeping the hands hovering, lift up, lift your head and chest up, use your abdominals, use your back, use your legs. Now use your hands to help you come up a little higher. Start to lower back down, lift your hands off, lower, lower, lower. That's it. Okay, so that's sort of our traditional swan prep. Sit all the way back on your heels and stretch out your low back briefly. And then we'll come right back out onto our stomach. We're gonna do this arm position of knuckle to knuckle. So I make two fists and I bring my knuckles together, arms are around a big beach ball. If you don't quite get that, it's not a big deal. It's really just to stretch the wrists. Otherwise, your forearms are just flat on the mat. My pubic bone is pressing down, lifting my low stomach, extending those legs out of the low back, getting space in my low back. As I now kick right heel, single leg kicks, and then left heel goes kick, kick, and kick, kick, and kick, kick. I'm still looking straight forward, hugging my waistline in, drawing up from the floor of the pelvis, up the spine, trying to find that spine strength and stability throughout. One more on the right, one more on the left, and enough. Come all the way down, double leg kick. Okay, we'll take the hands behind us, one on top of the other. Let the elbows come to the floor. Turn your face to one side. Let's turn the left cheek onto the mat to start. Legs toward each other, pubic bone, pelvis presses down, and I kick both heels to my hips. 1, 2, 3. Now look up. You can open the arms if you want, but curl the shoulder blades back, and then turn your head the other way. Go kick, 2, 3, elbows to the floor, and now elbows lift, arms lift, and exhale, turn. Go kick, 2, 3. Now this time I'll keep my hands together. It's totally optional which way you want to do that. And then turn and go kick, 2, 3. So hands together or hands apart, whatever gives you leverage on those shoulders. And then turn your head, kick, 2, 3. One more to this second side. Lift up and exhale, turn. Go kick, 2, 3, and lift and hug those shoulder blades in. And then enough. Come all the way down, sit back on your heels again. Pull your low stomach back, lengthen that low back. Try to get some space between those vertebrae. And then we'll spin ourselves around for the neck pull. Facing the front of your mat. Feet are just hip distance apart. Ankles flex, so my heels are really digging into the mat. Thigh bones, top of the thighs, trying to let go. We'll do it this way today, and then on our advanced class, we'll do the full arm position. So today, one hand on top of the other on the forehead. Elbows are wide. Sitting tall. Exhale, round forward like you were doing that spine stretch forward. Inhale, sit tall. Hinge back, so I'm drawing a line from the crown of my head on the ceiling, and then I'm rounding back, but I'm really getting traction in that low back. And then I'm rounding back up, trying to, again, leave my legs behind, pulling traction as I round over. Inhale, sit tall. Hinge back. Round it back. Try to leave your legs behind. Reach through those legs. Keep reaching through those legs as you pull the abdominals in and up like you're getting opposition between the abdominals and legs, round over. Inhale, sit tall. Hinge back, really tall through the spine. Keep that length as you round back to the floor, articulating, and then articulating back up. Exhale, over. Inhale, sit tall. This time we're going to land on our back and stay there. So I'm hinging back and then rounding back and staying there on the mat. Bend your knees, arms long by your sides, and we're ready for shoulder bridge. Okay, palms face down. Press evenly into the soles of your feet. My feet are hip distance apart. I've walked them back. Maybe they could touch my fingertips. That's how far back I could take them if I have that knee flexibility. Okay, pushing into the soles of your feet. Lift your hips up so their knee, hips, shoulders are all in a line. Push into the soles of your feet. We'll start by pushing into that right foot really strong. Draw your left knee into your chest. Your pelvis should not move, so the hips are staying level side to side, right? And then place that left foot down. Push into your left foot strong. Pelvis doesn't move. Draw the right knee into your chest. So this is the intermediate mixed level version of shoulder bridge. Place your right foot down. We're going to do that one more time to each side. Pushing into the soles of your feet. Hips are as high as, so it's knee, hips, shoulders, making a line, right? Take your left knee in, push into that right foot. Try not to shift your hips. Place the left foot down. Draw your right knee in, strong in the back of that left leg, and then place the right foot down and lower your hips down. Okay, we're gonna rock ourselves up to sit and come over onto our left side for side kicks. So I've got my left shoulder, left hip lined up on the edge of the mat, the edge of the rug, whatever we got. And then I've got my feet about 2 feet ahead in the front plane there. So I've got a nice angle between my thighs and my waistline. Top arm comes over, or for intermediate, you could bring your hand to your hip. You could even bring your hand behind your head. Okay, lift that top leg hip height. Reach it out so your heel is reaching away from your pelvis, and then it kicks forward and sweep it back. And go kick, kick, and sweep it back. Kick, kick. Use your abdominal muscles, sweep it back. Go kick, kick. As we sweep it back, I pull my abdominals in and up. One more time. Go kick, kick, and reach back. Then heel over heel. I point my toes up and reach out through the heel long. Point up, I'm trying to lift that side waistline off the mat, maybe a little bit. Point up, maybe a lot, especially as I reach out. Point up and reach long. Let's do one more. Point up, trying to hold your body in one plane, looking straight forward. Okay, little circles. That top leg is hovering, and the knee can turn a tiny bit up to the sky. Little circles for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reverse your circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, kickstand that leg over. Hold on. Lift your bottom leg up. And we'll pulse the bottom leg from the hip. So no knee bending, just going up. 1, no ankle bending. 2, 3, 4. No excessive foot expression. So your foot is just taking a ride. The work is coming from the top of the thigh, the inner pelvis, all those muscles that attach the leg to the pelvis. Little circles now. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, legs together, stacking that top leg. Let's do grand rond de jambe today. Big circles, big leg circles. Top arm comes over. You'll want it there for balance. You could always do the very advanced version of having a hand behind your head. I'm going to keep my hand here for now. Top leg comes forward, up, and around. So we're doing leg circles. It's not your absolute full range of motion because you're still trying to hold your torso still. So keep circling. Yep. And we go 3, up and around. 4, still trying to hold my body still, and 5. And then let's reverse directions. So the leg goes back, comes up and over for 1. Keep extending through that leg. I have opposition through the leg is reaching as I draw my abdominal muscles in and up. And we'll do one more after this. Big circle, reaching, 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 and enough. Lift both legs off. Lift your arms up. Let's do transitional heel beats today. So I roll onto my stomach, make a diamond with my thumb and my index fingers, put my head down, lift the legs just about an inch off the mat, and beat your heels together for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you roll onto your other side. In this case, I'm going to roll to face the camera, head to toe. You may have to do that as well. I've got my right shoulder and right hip lined up on the same edge, and then my feet are about 2 feet in front of that at an angle. Top arm can either come over on the mat, it could rest on your hip, or it could be behind your head, so your choice. Top leg lifts, just hip height, and kick forward and back. We're trying to kick in the same plane, so I'm trying not to lift my leg as I go back, trying not to noodle my torso, right? That's all holding nice and still. Go kick, kick, and reach it back. Kick, kick, and reach the leg back. One more time. Go kick, kick, and reach it back. And then leg over leg, we point the leg up and reach the heel out and away. Point up, keep looking straight forward. It's tempting to look at your legs, but they're not that exciting. And it's more important to feel the abdominals drawing in and up. I'm reaching the leg away from that. Good, and enough. Rest right there. Then we do little circles, hovering. 1, 2, 3. You could turn your knee and toes up to the sky just a little bit. It'll get more action in the back of the hip. And reverse your circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take that top leg over. Kickstand it. Lift your bottom leg up. And it pulses up for 1, 2. So we're still drawing the abdominals in and up, still reaching the legs away as opposition. In this case, I'm reaching that top hip away, which will give it more of a stretch. And then little circles, go 1, 2. The circles are coming from way up high in the hip, not from the knee, not from the ankle. And reverse your circles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, stacking your legs. Those big leg circles. Take your top leg, kick it forward, up, and around. Trying to hold the rest of your torso still. So you can do big circles, right? But if you go too big, your whole rib cage is going to move, your shoulders are going to move. It's hard to control anything. So nice and slow, controlled circles. Last one in that direction, reverse. Go back for 5, 4. I'm playing around. What's your full range of motion versus where's your stability? 2, and last 1. Good, and legs together. Let's lift the legs up, arms in line with your ears, hold it like a little seal, and then we'll roll over into the stomach, and then we have to sit back because we're going to transition to teaser, where you come onto your back, draw your knees in. We will do full teaser, but we'll do the first 2 as kind of mixed level modifications, right? So starting with the knees bent, arms up to the sky, find those abdominal muscles, and then rock yourself up and legs go out, arms come up, just holding the arms there on the first one, and then we'll roll ourselves back and the legs could bend in. So like I said, the first 2 will be a little bit modified, and then rock myself up. I can shoot my legs out to help me, arms come. Let's do circles on this one. 1, 2, 3, leave the arms there, pulling traction on that low back as I come down, then the knees come in. Now, this next 2, let's do is sort of more full teaser. So I rock up, leave my legs there, take my arms up. Let's do little circles again. 1, 2, 3. Now leaving my legs there, I'm going to pull back, arms come more overhead, and then come back up. That's it. And now maybe arms to hips, arms to eyebrows, arms to hips, arms to eyebrows. Yes, now leave your hands there, roll it out. I'm going to take my legs slightly lower this time, arms back, come all the way up. I'm going to leave my legs just slightly lower. And one more time, circles. 1, 2, 3, other way. 1, 2, 3, leaving the legs there. Roll yourself down. Draw your knees in. Okay, and now roll onto your stomach for swimming. So legs behind, straight, close together, arms out along your ears. Forehead is hovering. Come push your pubic bone and pelvis down again, lift your abdominals, come to a low hover. So you're really pulling traction on that low back, getting space between those vertebrae again. Reaching the legs back, lift your left arm and your right leg, right arm, left leg, and then kick for a full breath. We go inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's it. And then we're going to come into a plank. 30 seconds straight arm plank. There's several variations to this plank. So we'll start with just the regular straight arm plank, and toward the end of the 30 seconds, I'll show you the variation that we do in the intermediate Pilates class. Okay, so starting, go ahead and come up. Start now. If you're going to do the variation, you need to have some traction under your toes, and socks won't work. So don't worry about it if you don't have those things in place. Okay, so here we go. I'm holding my straight arm plank. I could just stay here, right? Hips are in line with shoulders, everything's hugging in. Or I could lift my left leg and then rock back and forth on my toes, lower that leg. Lift my right leg, rock back and forth on my left toes, lower the right leg. And that's 30 seconds. Good, and come down. Okay, so that little leg lift toe rock is where we're headed. Now, from there, you're in your plank, right? You can imagine, we're just gonna flip ourselves around to come to a back plank. Now, I personally find that a little bit hard in the shoulder, so I actually bring my hips down and I sit down, right? That way I can get my hands arranged, fingers pointing straight forward. So we're doing front plank. Let's start with this one where the shoulders are curled back, feet are hip distance apart. Lift your hips. Keep looking straight forward. See if you can get your hips as high as your knees or even higher. So keep lifting, looking forward, keep lifting, and then come down. Okay, so now the full variation here is a little too hard on my wrists and the back of my knees, but I'm going to show you the very beginning of it, and you can continue on with it as you know it. So fingers pointing straight forward, shoulders curled back, right? My heels are together. I'm going to lift from my abdominals, tuck my tail, lift the hips up. So I can only do that for a few seconds and then come back down. I've just got too many loose joints going on. But that's the beginning of the full exercise. We'll do the very full exercise in our advanced class. So do that one more time. Fingers point forward, shoulders back, tuck your tail, lift your hips up, lift up, lift up, lift up, and come back down. Yes. And then we'll shake out the wrists. That's my main issue in this. So I just do this little exercise where I hold one wrist and squeeze the hands, go back and forth, squeeze the wrist, go back and forth. Okay. Here. Oh, so from there, we're going to come into, what are we going to do next? Let's work on jackknife, okay? So come onto your back. We're going to do a lot more of these advanced exercises in our final one, but come onto your back, take your legs up to the sky, palms face down. Okay, so this builds on that hip lift. Here's the thing that a lot of people get in trouble with. For one thing, just this position is quite tricky because their hamstrings are tight, right? So then you could bend your knees a little bit, right? But keep working on being able to hold here, drop the thigh bones into the back of the pelvis, use those abdominal muscles. The next thing that people get into trouble with, as soon as they start to lift their hips, they arch their upper back. They start to look back behind them. Don't do that, okay? If anything, curl your head and chest up and try to lift your hips. See, that's the action we're going for. So curl your head and chest up, look into your low belly, now try to lift your hips. Notice you cannot go into a back bend when you do it that way. Impossible. Okay, so now put your head and chest down, lift your hips without arching your upper back. Okay, so jackknife, we're gonna take the legs up and over and lift the toes right up over the nose and leave them there as I try to articulate the spine back down. I could lower the legs a little bit further and then legs come up, hike the hips up, toes come up, 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 up using my waistline and then articulate the spine back down. We'll do one more time. So you can take the legs down a little bit, legs come overhead, beyond your head, then up above your head, and then articulate the spine down and come all the way up to sit. Okay, we're going to come from here. We're doing some funny transitions. We're going to come from here into, I realize we're doing some funny things in order and out of order here. We're going to come into can-can so that we can go from hip circles or can-can into mermaid. And just work with me on this one. Okay, so we're going to come onto our forearms, leaning back. Use your abdominals, knees together, heels together. Knees are bent, okay? Draw the knees in toward your chest, circle them around to the right, and pull them into your chest. Circle them around to the left, and pull them in toward your chest. Circle right, pull in. Circle left, pull in. Okay, got that? Now we're gonna add the kick. Circle right, pull in, circle left, pull in, and kick toward the right. Both legs together, that's it. Then bend the knees, circle left, circle right, circle left, and kick. Circle right, circle left, circle right, and kick. One more time, to the left, to the right. So I'm pulling my waistline in, to the left, and kick. Now bend those knees, come to sit. So I'm just perching here, knees are bent. I've got an ankle on top of my foot. You could have foot over foot, knee over knee. That is really hard for a lot of us on either the knees or the low back. So I just have one knee slid over the other one. I'm holding on, right hand onto my legs, left arm comes up along the ear. Mermaid. Okay. Inhale. Exhale, reaching over. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, reach over, and I lift through the sides of that waist and back up. And then reaching over to that right, up and over, come out. Arms come out in a T position, slowly, slowly lowering. I could bend that elbow into my side. Top arm comes over. Reach the top hip away, get length, and then come back up. Exhale, over, and sit tall. And exhale, over, and sit tall. And one more time, reaching, 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 lengthening through the sides of that waist. Arms come out in a T position. Start to reach. I could bring that elbow in. Top arm comes over. Reach your top hip away. Come back up. And then we'll take the legs through the center to the second side over. And again, the knees are not stacked necessarily one on top of the other. I can have my ankle sitting on top of the center of the other foot. Left hand holds that ankle. Right arm in line with your ear. Sitting tall. Integrate those front ribs, right? It's tempting to kind of arch the back there. You don't need to. Inhale. Exhale. Again, this is an exercise that, again, does not traditionally have breath, but I add it because it feels good. Inhale and exhale over. As you exhale, you're drawing that waistline in. Inhale and exhale. One more time. And then arms come out in a T position. I'm reaching, using the sides of my waist. Bend that elbow in. Top arm comes over. Big stretch. Reach the top hip away and come back up. And exhale over. Inhale. One more time. One more set, I should say. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Reach, reach, reach. Come all the way out. Arms in a T position. Elbow comes in and the top arm reaches overhead. Come all the way up. And then legs to the front. Facing the front of your mat. Dive your hands through for seals. So we're going to balance. Yep. And after seals, we're going to do about 5 seals. You're going to come up to stand. And then we're going to go into some push-ups. Okay, so just be prepared. Here we go. So we're going 1, 2, 3, rock back. 1, 2, 3. My hands are through my legs. 1, 2, 3. Holding on to my ankles. 2, 3. Come up for 1, 2, 3. And back. 2, 3. Up. 2, 3. Back. 2, 3. One more. Clap. 2, 3. Back. 2, 3. Under your hands. Cross your feet. Come to stand. Turn to face the back of your mat. Arms are up. Okay. And then legs are together. I go inhale, exhale, rounding over, touch down, walk my hands out, out, out till I come into a plank. Okay. I could take my feet a little bit wider if I want. Now, for push-ups, I could also bend my knees here, right? So I can do push-ups from here, hips and shoulders in a line, and then elbows go straight back. So we'll just do 5. Go for 1, that's with my knees down, 2, or knees up, elbows go right beside my ribs, 3, 4, and 5. And then knees back up, lean your hips back, walk your heels and toes back together so heels touch. Now try not to waddle your hips as you walk your hands in for 1, 2, 3. Articulate your spine all the way up, 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 up. Stretch your arms up. Push down into your feet. Shoulder blades back on the back, hands to your sides. And stand tall the rest of your day.